Hey there YouTube, I'm Nathan Fry, and today I want to talk to you about how do you prepare for success out in the field. Earlier this year it was the late flintlock season and I harvested my first ever flintlock deer. And as I was cleaning the deer and preparing, I was thinking to myself, I'm not really that well prepared. Oh sure, I had a knife and I had some of the things that I needed, but I was thinking about how could I better be prepared to make this whole experience more enjoyable. And so I came up with the idea of having a little success bag. And so here's the little kit that I put together that is my success bag, and I'm going to show you what I have in it. Obviously the first thing that I have is a pair of these really cheap, the price tag's on these $1.25 gutting gloves. It's not because I'm a sissy, but it helps just keep my hunting clothes nice and clean, keep my hands clean. This particular kind is from Hunter Specialties, and what it is a pair of shoulder length gloves. There's actually a different kind, I can't remember who makes them, but they have not only the shoulder length gloves, but also a pair of latex gloves, and used in conjunction are really, really nice. I just don't happen to have any of those. I used them up this last season. So this is what I have in my bag right now. Of course, I have a knife. This won't have to be in your success bag, but you could certainly want to make sure that you have this with you in case you are successful. The other thing that I have in here is a little tiny Sharpie marker. I don't know if you can see that or if it will focus on that, but it's a little Sharpie marker that says Wild Boy Mountain Products on it. I got it actually with a license holder back when Pennsylvania required you to display your license on your back. But Pennsylvania uses these really sort of vinyl, almost slippery licenses, and you have to fill them out. It's not like some states where you just notch a tag, but you actually have to fill out a date and time and things. A lot of pens, especially when they get cold, do not write on that very well. So this Sharpie is really great for filling out your deer tag. I also have a few zip ties in here. They're just short little black zip ties, maybe 3-4 inches long. Every year I harvest a deer and I'm supposed to attach my tag to the ear of the deer, and I find myself with nothing to attach the tag, and so I'm shoving it in there hoping that it stays while I drag it back to camp or wherever I'm going to process the deer until I can find something to attach it more securely. So this year I decided to make sure that I'm not left in that situation again, and I've got a package of zip ties here so that I can attach the tag to the deer's ear. I also have another spare Ziploc bag here. This is great. Whenever I'm done cleaning the deer, I always kind of ask myself, what do I do now with these bloody gloves? Do I stick them in my pocket? Do I hand them to a friend that's standing nearby? Do I just kind of shove them back in my backpack somewhere? So I brought this extra Ziploc bag now so that I can put all of my dirty, bloody trash in there. And that leads also right to this too, is I folded up a few paper towels. Just so when you're done, if you do have blood on your hands or your knife, you want to clean your knife a little bit, whatever you have, you're not trying to put bloody hands back inside your glove or put your bloody knife back inside your sheath. Just 2 or 3 folded up paper towels that you can use to kind of clean up, and then when you're done, again, throw that in your trash Ziploc bag and you're good to go. One other thing that's not in my success bag but that I always have with me in my backpack is a drag rope. This particular rope is one that I made. I just took some scrap rope, and you'll be able to see here that I just attached it to like an old piece of leftover broom handle, and so I can use that to grab onto and drag. Usually what I do is I take the other end has a loop in it, and so I'll just feed this around the deer's antlers or the legs and just feed the handle back through the loop and basically create a loop down around, say the deer's leg or again antlers or what head or however you want to do that, and drag it. If I'm hunting on private property, a lot of times I can get a four-wheeler close by, but this is nice even just to drag it down to the trail where the four-wheeler is. And a lot of times I'll even just use this rope then to tie the deer to the back of the four-wheeler till we drag it back to where we're going to do the processing. So that's my kit that I have prepared to be ready for success. If you have an idea of how I can make this kit better or something I should add to the kit, please let me know in the comments down below. If you've enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up and maybe consider subscribing. And until next time, remember to get off YouTube and get outdoors.